Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has declared the hardest part is over, but there's still a long way to go. Announcing the detail over the weekend, Sanchez explained the phased easing of the coronavirus lockdown. He urged the tourism sector to get ready, but not until July, when borders are expected to reopen to foreign visitors. In the meantime, the country is recovering at two different speeds, with some areas already entering phase 2. Evelyn Laverick has more.
It's a brand new day in Madrid and Barcelona. They're both entering phase 1 of Spain's de-escalation programme, allowing residents to enjoy a drink or food on outdoor terraces. Restrictions are being relaxed, even though the cities account for half of the country's deaths from COVID-19. Not everyone's happy.
I think things are being eased too fast. It's like we're in a huge hurry. The economic crisis that's coming will be severe, and I don't think we have to take risks. Running towards it doesn't mean we'll get through it any quicker.
For cities like Madrid and Barcelona, to open them up means mobilizing a huge section of the country's population. Is it necessary? Well, I think that speaking in economic terms, it's vital.
The reopening of travelling to and from all Greek islands is also taking place today. It's seen as a vital step in rejuvenating tourism, which amounts to 1/5 of the economy. But there's been a sharp reminder of the risks of relaxing restrictions. In Germany, more than 100 people have tested positive for coronavirus in connection with a Baptist church service in Frankfurt. Tracing and testing people with COVID symptoms is one weapon in the battle against the virus. Turkey's done this since day one and claims it's what's helping them get on top of one of the fastest infection rates in Europe.
Thanks to our work like detectives, we're preventing the cases from interacting. We take samples from patients in the comfort of their own homes. That stops them from going out and spreading the infection.
And in France, parks in Paris remain closed as the capital is still viewed as a red zone for virus circulation. The government is pushing tourism, but the homegrown sort, saying holidays abroad are unlikely this summer. Evelyn Laverick, Euronews.
The areas of Spain now entering into phase 2 include the Canary Islands, the Basque Country, Galicia and much of Andalusia. Phase 2 allows local authorities the freedom to decide if they want to reopen schools, museums, shopping centres and even beaches. They can also set limits for the number of people allowed into bars, restaurants and terraces. Well, our reporter Jaime Velázquez is in Madrid. Let's go there now to find out a little bit more. Jaime, morning to you. It's still early in Madrid. You're in phase 1. You haven't sort of entered into this next sector, but you're still seeing a difference. So let us know what will change today where you are, and what about the rest of the country going into phase 2?
Well, here in Madrid, as you see, sidewalks, cafes like this one that is behind me will be finally able to open, and people will be allowed to gather with family and friends. This weekend, as early as this weekend, we saw people, just getting into phase 1 just a bit earlier than the government announced. But and the rest of Spain, the restrictions will be further lifted. For example, as you said, swimming pools and beaches will be able to open, and also restaurants, for example, will be allowed to open indoors. But as the emergency, the health emergency gets better, people seem to be very worried here about the economic consequences of the lockdown. And it looks like Pedro Sanchez is ready to speed up this de-escalation process. He announced that some regions will be allowed to leave the state of emergency, so they will be people will be allowed to move from one region to another in order to reactivate, especially the tourism sector. Pedro Sanchez urged the people to start planning their holidays from as early as the 1st of July, and the searches for accommodation surged in just one day 140% here in Spain. And also very important, the government is ready to pass basic income subsidy for 850,000 families that are not now able to find money to buy things